Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered what happens when two completely different cartoon worlds collide? Like, what if the sweet, innocent world of Peppa Pig smashed right into the chaotic slapstick universe of Tom and Jerry? Picture this. It's a beautiful sunny day right after a big rainstorm. You know what that means in Peppa's world, right? Muddy puddles. Peppa, George, Mummy Pig, and Daddy Pig are all out in their boots, having the absolute time of their lives. They're jumping up and down, sending glorious sprays of mud flying everywhere. Splish, splash, splosh. They're laughing, snorting, and covering the entire garden, the side of the house, and even poor Mr. Scarecrow in a thick layer of brown gooey mud. For them, it's the best day ever. But for someone else, the nightmare is just beginning. Now, let's switch scenes. Imagine Tom Cat, not as the mischievous mouse chaser we know, but as a put-upon housekeeper for a very particular family. His one job today? To make sure the house and garden are sparkling clean for a big party later. He's just finished polishing the last window, admiring his reflection in the spotless glass when he sees it. A tidal wave of mud, courtesy of the pig family's enthusiastic puddle jumping. His eyes go wide, his jaw hits the floor. The pristine garden is now a swamp. The clean walls look like a modern art masterpiece made of dirt. Tom's cat instincts kick in, but it's not chasing Jerry this time. It's pure unadulterated panic. He zips around, a frantic blur of gray fur, trying to assess the damage. He gets out a tiny brush and dustpan, looks at the sea of mud, and just throws them over his shoulder in defeat. This is a job for heavy machinery. But just as he's about to have a full-blown feline meltdown, a tiny figure pops out of a mouse hole at the base of the wall. It's Jerry, of course, holding a miniature squeegee and looking up at the mess with a mischievous grin. You'd think this would be the perfect opportunity for Jerry to torment Tom, right? But even Jerry knows this is a code red situation. If the house isn't clean, there's no cheese for Jerry. So, in a rare moment of unity, an unspoken truce is formed. The ultimate cleanup challenge has begun. Tom, being the master of elaborate schemes, immediately starts drawing up blueprints. We're talking pulley systems, catapults, and contraptions that would make Rube Goldberg proud. His first idea? A giant sponge attached to a weather vane, designed to spin and wipe the walls clean. He sets it all up, but as the vane starts to spin, it flings more mud than it cleans, covering Tom from head to toe. Jerry, watching from a safe distance, just shakes his head and facepalms. Classic Tom. Next, Tom tries to use the garden hose. But this isn't just any hose. He attaches it to a high-pressure valve, thinking he can blast the mud away. He braces himself, turns the knob, and is immediately sent flying across the garden like a rocket. The hose, whipping around wildly, is a watery whirlwind of chaos. The hose blasts the fence, the flowers, and even sends a jet of water straight into Jerry's mouse hole, flushing him out in a comical gush. Jerry comes out sputtering, looking like a drowned rat, and gives Tom the dirtiest look a mouse can muster. Seeing that Tom's grand plans are only making things worse, Jerry decides to take matters into his own tiny paws. He's the brains of this operation, after all. He organizes an army of ants, each carrying a tiny leaf as a makeshift dustpan. They march in perfect formation, scooping up clumps of mud and carrying them away. It's slow, but it's working. He then rigs a small system with a bottle cap, a string, and a drop of water to meticulously clean the windows, one tiny pane at a time. It's a demonstration of precision and teamwork. Tom watches this, his pride a little wounded. A mouse and a bunch of ants are outsmarting him. Not on his watch. He decides to go bigger. He finds an old lawnmower and tries to convert it into a mud-sucking vacuum. He tinkers with the engine, reverses the airflow, and creates a contraption that looks incredibly dangerous. He fires it up, and for a second, it works. It starts sucking up the mud with a mighty roar. But Tom, in his classic fashion, gets a little too close. The vacuum is so powerful, it sucks him in, stretching him out like a piece of spaghetti before spitting him out the other end, covered in a fresh, thick coating of mud. Jerry can't help but laugh, holding his tiny belly as he rolls on the ground. But the clock is ticking. Their owner will be home any minute. It's time for the grand finale, the ultimate team up. Tom and Jerry combine their strengths. Tom provides the muscle and the reach, while Jerry provides the brilliant, albeit tiny engineering. Tom stands on one end of a seesaw, and Jerry, from a high branch, drops an anvil on the other end. This launches Tom into the air, squeegee in hand, and in one magnificent soaring arc, he wipes the entire side of the house clean. He lands perfectly in a freshly cleaned wheelbarrow, striking a triumphant pose. They work together in a frantic, synchronized montage. Jerry uses a fishing line to lower a bucket of soapy water, Tom scrubs, and an assembly line of friendly birds helps dry everything with their flapping wings. They're a well-oiled cleaning machine. They scrape, they scrub, they polish, and just as the sun begins to set, they finish. The garden is immaculate. The house is sparkling. Not a single drop of mud is in sight. Tom and Jerry, exhausted but proud, give each other a weary high five. Just then, the owner's car pulls into the driveway. Tom and Jerry scramble back to their usual positions, pretending nothing happened. The owner walks in, looks around, and says, "My, what a wonderfully clean house." Tom puffs out his chest with pride, while Jerry gives a little wink from his mouse hole. Their secret is safe. They survived the muddy puddle apocalypse. As for the pig family, they are long gone, happily snoozing at home, dreaming of their next muddy adventure, completely unaware of the cartoon chaos they caused. And Tom and Jerry? They're back to their old cat and mouse games, but with a newfound respect for each other, knowing that when disaster strikes, they make a pretty unbeatable team. What do you guys think? Who would you want on your cleanup crew? Team Peppa or Team Tom and Jerry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's always fun to imagine these crazy crossovers. If you enjoyed this little story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun cartoon what-ifs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.